Hello there, and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Don't worry, I remember to change my skin back, which is a really weird sentence to say out loud. And, well, we're the doctor properly once again. But I was just finishing up a update to the Macross mod that I have up on CurseForge, and I added Hedges. Yep, so now we can build hedge walls. And they do have the oak leaf texture from vanilla. And they don't change color in the fall. But now we have hedges. So I can go craft up a whole bunch of them using, here we go, all these fallen leaves. Keep pressing all the wrong buttons. But yeah, four leaves equals 4 hedges. Makes it nice and easy. They are interchangeable. So you can use any sort of leaf to make the hedge. And once we do this, we can run outside in the snow because it is October, so naturally it's snowing. Okay, it stopped snowing. It's just snow on the ground now. And we can place these hedges on the outside of the berry hedges that I put up a few episodes ago, provided I left room for hedges to go. But yeah, so we can do that on the outside. And these leaves that I used to make them are the fallen leaves. So just like this, which as you see there can be either be picked up with a hoe or a knife. Actually, I think a scythe might also work. Yes. So you can pick them up from underneath trees, and then you can craft them in your crafting grid back into hedges. And so now you have a little more decoration options if you want. They are see-through. I don't know if I'm going to adjust that so they're not. But yeah, now we got hedges. They look pretty nice. As I said, they do use the vanilla oak leaf texture. I didn't get the other textures working, so I just went with this for now. We only have one sort of hedge. You don't have oak hedges and aspen and chestnut and whatnot, but it's something to use for decoration if you are so inclined. And it's up for 1.18 and 1.20. And I do love how this grove looks. I like that this area is actually a little more open. I mean, once those grow, it'll look a little less open, but yes, I like this. We've got competing mobs under here with their musical boxes. That creeper there, and that skelly there. So over here is very loud right now. We're going to just keep heading away. Okay, last episode we said we were going to move this over a little bit so we can actually split off the power properly. And that just requires picking that up, that, and that, and that. And let's mine into the wall here. Oh, is that dirt outside? That's the cobblestone. So this will cause a little bit of a mess in a moment. Oh no, won't. Good. I'll grab this belt so we can click that to extend the system by 1. We're going to take these bricks we just ripped up and place them back there. Other way. Now if we put this one here up like that, you can pick that up, put it there, and then put one of those there and give it a case. So now this belt will always be on now, but we can turn those off and on individually. So we can grab this out here and grab the wrought iron, toss that back in there, give these back their hammers. Accessing that chest is going to be a bit of a right. Because the belt is always going to be on. This will just start pulling out even though I don't have it on, so I've got to remember to turn it on before I could put any items into it. So just a slight change to how it's done. but it still works perfectly. So I added a bit more of the hedges to the side over here and over there. It's going to take me a very long time to collect enough leaves to actually make a considerable impact on the amount of hedges here, but I'm slowly doing that. But then I remembered I never finished the roof of the covered. Is it? Well, I mean, okay, it's technically a covered bridge, but it's kind of a wholly covered bridge. But anyway, never finished it. So why don't we take a moment here, not step off it. There we go. Place that. Rescue that piece and get back up on top. And after that, we're gonna have to go out and find more clay, more graphite, and more kaolite, because I'm out and I need more fire clay so I can make more fire clay bricks so we can continue upgrading the blast furnace. I must be frazzled because I can't think of words today. Then again, I can't think of words most days. So we need 4 more. So, you know, that's nothing new. There we go. Our covered bridge is finally done getting its roof. Only, I don't know, 30 episodes after I started it. That's progress for you. Okay, next we're gonna have to go out and find clay, and I have no idea where I last saw kaolite. So let's see if the book has any clues. Graphite, Geass, Geass. German, you say the G. In other languages, you don't. Let's go with Geass. Marble, quartzite, and schist. And then sedimentary, which is shale, clay, lime, conglomerate, dolerite, chert, and chalk. So 2 completely different locations. That sounds fun. Well, I guess I'll spend the rest of today just collecting stuff and then going out exploring tomorrow. It is only 11ish, but by the time we get going, by the time we get there, it's going to be about 2, 3 in the afternoon. Might as well just wait till first thing in the morning. Before we go off exploring though, let's check out how the mob farm is doing. Almost 2 stacks of gunpowder. That brings us up to 5 total stacks. I think I need 12 in order to make a full-sized, oh, what's it called? Powder keg, right. I think the powder keg takes a total of 12 stacks. So we've still got a while to go before I have enough to make the biggest explosion possible in game, which is absolutely a goal I want. But we can also craft gunpowder if I can find, why does this cuckoo clock have gunpowder wrapped around it? If we could find more graphite and some sulfur and saltpeter, we need to find all of it, we can make gunpowder. Oh, I'm pretty sure I found, yeah, some sulfur over here. That's just outside the base. So let's run over there quickly. Maybe we can find some. I tried digging down, but I didn't find any. All right, so we have traces amount of sulfur from up here. Which means there has to be some within about 13 blocks of here. That says trace. That still says trace. So there's got to be a little bit of sulfur around here, but it's really just a little bit. How if we go over here? Still says a trace. That's nothing. And that's nothing. And that says trace. Still a trace. Still a trace. Nothing. It's got to be like right under here somewhere, but there are very few. So maybe I'll go collect. Well, okay, this will be a task for after I find clay and look for kaolite. But then we'll come back and we'll set up our drills and we'll just bore down and hopefully find some sulfur. Well, 3 days out here and I have not much to show for it. We have found saltpeter, but I can't reach it. I've looked through all the caves down and around here and there's nothing that lead to the saltpeter. I would have to go grab my drills and drill down or dig with my shovel that doesn't have much durability. So I'm gonna have to go grab my drills to drill down. But once we do, then we'll have saltpeter here and sulfur up there. And if I remember correctly, that's really all that we were needed for the gunpowder, right? Saltpeter, sulfur, graphite allows us to double it. So I do need still find graphite. Charcoal powder, we just get by either breaking down charcoal or blasting using this bulk recipe. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I have searched the area. I have not found any of what I actually came out here for. I think it was the kaolite? No, not the kaolite. Graphite is in the quartzite. Wait, what block type am I in? I'm in limestone. I'm not going to find something for quartzite in limestone. Okay, well, let's run back, get our drills, and then we'll come back and get some sulfur. Or saltpeter. We'll get the sulfur from near our base also. No wonder why I couldn't find it. I'm in the wrong biome. Well, we finally found some graphite. Unfortunately, it's underwater, and I forgot my... Oh, no, I have my diving stuff. I take that back. Okay, let's get out of the water because I can't click fast enough to not drown. There we go. I was gonna say we have to go home so I can get my diving equipment so we can come back, but that's apparently not the case. I left it in my bag. Did I turn the magnet off? I did. Okay, so we're gonna gather up this graphite, then we gotta go find more kaolite because that is very hard to find from my experiences. Although graphite was hard to find too, and this is a pretty big vein, so hopefully we'll be good for a while. I did find a small amount of saltpeter, only 8 nuggets, but that's gonna be enough to make a decent amount of gunpowder once we mine up the sulfur. And since we have the graphite, that gives us the graphite powder we're gonna need. Okay, well anyway, I'm gonna gather up as much of this graphite as I possibly can. Then we'll head back, drop off everything, refill my tank because the air levels are getting kind of low. Down to only 6 minutes. And then we'll see about finding kaolite. Well, I got back from gathering up all that graphite, and we actually had a bunch of kaolite still. So I ground all that up and all the graphite, and I crafted up 21, I already had 1, new fire bricks. So now we have to fire these. We cannot use the blasting recipe from create. That doesn't work with the fire bricks. So we have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is just heating them in the forge. So I'm going to do that. We're going to be making up 8 new fire clay brick blocks. And those will go in these locations. And then I have to go craft up another 8 per, right? 3, 6, 9, no, 12 per. So I need to craft up another 24 of those double sheets, which takes 48 ingots. I don't have enough ingots, so we're gonna go fire up some more bloom while we're doing all this. So I'm just gonna toss these in here for now. Toss the excess there. Gonna get this started. Yeah, we're gonna get that started, and I found 2 sulfur over at the location here. There was literally only 2. So we don't have anywhere close to enough sulfur or saltpeter to make a large gunpowder recipe. We need 5 more stacks of gunpowder, I think, to fill up the powder keg. Oh, yeah, we need 5 more stacks, and a stack is 64, not 32. So we need what, 6 crafts per stack? So that's 30 recipes. Yeah, we don't have anywhere close to enough saltpeter or sulfur to make a full barrel. So I'm gonna have to go out and hopefully find some more gunpowder. Yeah, I can hear you sloshing around through the snow, Mr. Creeper. Okay, so I'm gonna get to that, and we have to play with our new toy a little bit. I'll be back once I've got this stuff crafted up, and like I said, we'll go out looking for more resources. Okay, plates are done. Now we can start placing them on. I am going to need to get up there though, again, and redesign a few things, because we can't have this brick wall here or there. I definitely don't want to have an open gap, because just my luck, another creeper is going to spawn up on that ceiling like happened last time. Jump down here and then walk right in. That's the easy solution, I think. Then we have this here also, but it's enclosed, so that shouldn't be an issue. I put that one in the wrong spot. I did not know it cooled in snow. Let's make sure I'm not missing it. Nope. Okay. Then we still have right here. And that's all of them. So now we should have, yeah, we can now do 16 blocks of steel at a time. Oh, that's gonna be much better, especially since my anvil, not anvil, anvil's fine. My hammer is getting very low on durability. I'm going to need to craft a new one, and I'm going to want to make a blue steel one. So I'm going to be crafting some blue steel in the very near future. All right, I've been riding around here for the past 2 days in game, prospecting, dodging skeletons, creepers, and we're just looking for saltpeter, sulfur, kaolite, and we're finding none of it. Did find plenty of sapphires and emeralds. Not that we need them, or not that they're useful. And we found plenty of clay deposits. But yeah, we're not finding what I want, what I need. So I think it's time to head back and, well, I'm gonna have to cook up some more food. And then I think we're going to grab our ship and head down the river towards one of the other rock types. I was thinking down here where the diamonds were. Maybe down there we'll have a little better luck finding some of these different resources, because we need, I can't look on it on the horse. Gneiss, marble, quartzite, schist for graphite. Well, we do have quartzite around here, so that's all right. Kaolite, we need claystone, limestone, we're on limestone, dolomite, chert, chalk for, well, we do need cinnabar also, but that's less a concern at the moment. Saltpeter can be found in limestone. We're in limestone now, that's where we found it last time, but again, dolomite, conglomerate, chert, chalk, and if we go back once more, sulfur is igneous, basalt, andesite, dacite, and rhyolite. Anyway, not here. That's the main thing I'm trying to say. We're not finding it here, so let's head back home, make some food, and go out on a ocean adventure to hopefully find some of what we're looking for. I will say that I've been testing 1.20. These non-metal resources are so much more prevalent, easier to find. I mean, you go into any cave and it's like practically everywhere. Those numbers will have to be adjusted down, maybe a little too common. Cephalerite. Yeah, it's nothing like this world gen right now. That's something to look forward to. Being able to find all these other resources that you want to find. And then I've been over this section of land, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, right? So there's no point in even prospecting over here. All right, well, I'll be back when we're back home and getting ready to go out sailing. I've apparently spent more than 11 days making this episode, because before I start recording, I filled up those composters and now they're done. Anyway, oh, we need to go this way, so let's open the sails only slightly, and then we'll head this way. And I went and got us a whole bunch of new food, refilled my canteen with milk, because thankfully milk doesn't go bad. And we're going to go look for some different rock types and hopefully find what we're looking for after I crash into this rock here. I haven't had a chance to play with them yet, but for 1.20 I'm going to be using the Firma Civ mod, which includes plenty of ships, different types of ships, canoes, rowboats, and I've been watching the development on the Discord. They look really good. So I can't wait to test them out, to show them off. But that's still a little ways down the road. Till then, we'll just make do with these small boats, which are very nice. I do enjoy this mod. I wish it was updated to take proper use of the API. It is not yet. It may in the future. But until then, let's enjoy while we got it. Here we go. Here's a new rock type. So let's pull up on the side of the riverbank here. We'll hop out and run around a little bit. Oh, pressing the wrong buttons. You know, the usual. Let's see what we can't find. That was not a prospector's pick. That was just regular pick. So, yeah, you know what? We're not going to find it over here. Back on the boat.
6 hours later.
Well, it's only been about 5 hours since the last clip I recorded. I'm on my way back home. Found plenty of everything but what I was looking for. So, yeah, this has been a failed adventure. What are they doing out in the daylight? It's a whole bunch of them. It's the biggest problem with doing these exploration-based episodes is if you don't find what you're looking for, you don't really have much to show. Yeah, you know, there must be a thunderstorm on land, and I'm just not seeing it. Because I can't think of why there'd be mobs out at almost noon wandering around without burning. Anyway, we're going to return home. I'm out of food. I'm almost out of water. And well, like I said, found everything but what I was looking for. Did you know you can actually shear leaves in TFC? Yeah. So I might add leaf blocks to the recipe for Hedges also, as opposed to just the fallen leaves, which I was slightly mistaken. It looks like, if I can find any, you don't need any tools to break. You can just click them. But that's going to be it for today. We have some work being done on our house next week. So I'm not going to be able to get to my computer for about 2 or 3 days, depending on the weather and also all the noise. So no TerraFirmaCraft next week on the 15th, but we should have an episode on the 22nd, and I might be doing something a little bit different for that. But until then, thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Later.